today I am going to share how to make sure that you've got your mind right and that you've got your processes in place and that you can automate everything, that you're passionate, and most importantly, that you are scaling wisely. So make sure that you keep watching, because today I'm going to break down those 4 things so that you can learn how to build a business that you love and not die trying. Let's get to work. All right, so before we get started into the specific things that I've been discovering as I continue to build and grow my business with the least burnout as possible, is that I am no expert. I am still going through this myself. What? I still am pushing to discover and make a note of different things that allow me to change the trajectory of what I'm experiencing as an entrepreneur. And that's probably the first thing that I would tell you that you have to do as well, is you have to make sure that you are paying attention to the different things that you try in your business that actually work and help decrease your stress levels. Whatever that is in your business or in your life, continue to do those things, because ultimately they will help you with that burnout. And I know for me, my regular morning routine, my doing my affirmations, my meditation, moving, getting more into some fun exercising routines, all of those things help me eliminate the stress. So if you do different things that you find will help you, make sure you put it down in the comments below so we can start a conversation, a dialogue, because this is a huge topic for entrepreneurs out there, and I want to make sure that we're continuing the conversation. All right, so let's dive into the secrets that I have discovered that help me build my business and not burn out. Let's go. Let's go! First thing for me is that I really had to spend some time finding my passion. You guys know I have talked about knowing your why before, and I actually have an entire Get Your Mind Right workbook that I have given out to people in the past. So if there's something that you want to do, it kind of helps you work through what your why is and finding your passion. It's definitely let me know in the comments below. Put Get Your Mind Right CP, and I'll make sure that you get the link to grab that free workbook, because it really does walk you through this entire notion of making sure that you identify your passion and your purpose. And sometimes finding your purpose is one of the hardest things, but once you do, it will be the foundation of your business, and it will really truly help you get through the hard times. Identifying your passion and knowing your why gives you that motivation when you don't feel like you have any. It gives you that extra push when you feel like you are completely drained. It allows you to sit back when you feel like you are going to cry.
Why are you crying?
And continue to go. You guys, especially if you are an avid CPTVer and you've been with me for a long time, or even if you're new, may or may not recognize that last year I had a death. My dad died, and it was probably one of the hardest things that I've ever gone through in my life, and I am a cancer survivor, y'all. So it was horrific. And it was a moment, it was a very tumultuous time and a moment in my life and in my career that you guys know, I thought that I was going to give up. I really wanted to give up. I had made up my mind several times in that time frame that I was going to give up. And this piece right here, finding my passion, focusing on my why, remembering what I do for you, is really what pushed me. You guys gave me so much love. You pushed me so far. You begged me. You told me that you wanted me to stick around, and that brought back this first thing for me so many times. And this first thing is really what kept me going and prevented me from feeling like I was at the end of my rope. And so finding that passion, knowing my why, staying focused on that helps me get through the tough times. And it's probably one of the biggest secrets that I've learned. And I have to revisit it. I have to keep it in front of me. I have my vision board right over my desk. I have little sticky notes on my bathroom mirror. I have screensavers on my phone that remind me of my passion and my why. And I spend time sometimes just reading all of your comments, all of your praise, all of your feedback in order to keep going. And so keep it coming. Make sure you're telling me in the comments below how you feel, because it does drive me. And make sure that you as an entrepreneur encourage your audience and your people to do the same thing for you. because it will be that driving factor that can keep you going, building your business, and not feel absolutely overwhelmed and ready to give up at any given moment. It will help you not burn out. Just will. Now, the second secret that I have discovered, guys, is creating and documenting efficient processes. Honestly, it's something that you're probably sick of hearing me say. You know, it's probably like that moment in Charlie Brown when you hear the teacher go, wah, 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 wah.
Yes, ma'am. We were playing hangman.
Yes, I know. But it's true. It's so true. It is the absolute secret. I'm creating those processes, documenting them, taking the time to do that helps me automate. And I'm going to talk a little bit about automation and what I've discovered, because that's a huge secret as well. But documenting everything helps me get to that point. And oftentimes when I am working with my audience, with entrepreneurs, with my coachees like you, we spend a lot of time creating those efficient processes and documenting them. It is specifically a service I provide. I do it in my VIP days. I do it as a consultant. I do it for myself. It isn't something that I'm giving to other people that I'm not implementing myself. And the real magic in preventing burnout is creating those processes. Trust me. Documenting my workflows is absolutely important. So I want you to start documenting your business processes from your customer acquisition all the way to your product delivery and service. It is absolutely important. And use flow charts, use workflows, use SOPs, do all of those things, because by doing that, it's going to help you see things step by step and not be all over the place. It's going to give you that clarity. It will also allow you to figure out exactly what technology tools and different automations you need to employ in your business. And most importantly, it's going to help you grow and develop your team. And that's the key to building a business. I know you can't really truly scale beyond a certain point if you don't start adding to your team. And if you start adding to your team, you're going to need to train them. You're going to need to tell them what to do. You're going to need to know who you're even looking for. And documented SOPs and processes absolutely 100% create that environment for you. So you've got to make sure that you're doing that. The second thing in this documenting your processes is identifying where there's bottlenecks that kind of exist in your business. And you do know what a bottleneck is, right?
Oh my God. What is that?
Yes, a bottleneck. Like if you're on the freeway and you're driving in traffic and all of a sudden everything stops and you can't figure out why. And typically you get up and there's no accident, but you notice that there's been an entire lane cut off in construction, or they've downsized the entire freeway from 4 lanes down to 2. That's a bottleneck. It's something that brings you in, right? It's something that kind of stops the flow of traffic. That is what you need to make sure you are identifying in your business. As you are creating these processes and documenting them, figure out where the bottlenecks are in your business and create your documents, create and document your processes around those. The bottlenecks is where you need to focus your attention and start. Those bottlenecks, once you open them back up and you clear them up, things will start to flow. Things will be a lot less stressful. You won't burn out. You can implement technology. You can do all of those things. And it's going to be the secret to building your business and preventing you from feeling like you are dying inside while you do it. And so if you haven't gotten to this yet, I encourage you, reach out, let me know, apply to be a VIP. Let me help you through that process. If you don't know how to do it, if you're figuring out, what's wrong, if you know you need to do it, you just haven't had the time to do it, let me coach you through that process, because it will change the game for you mentally, financially, and success-wise in your entire entrepreneurial journey. Trust me, huge secret to building your business is documenting your processes, and it's the key to not burning out while you do it. Now, the third thing and the third secret to truly building your business and not burning out is automating. Automate, automate, automate. 100%. I alluded to it in the last secret, but this is a huge one. It took me a long time to really grasp what the significance is and the significance in your life that can be created when you begin to automate. And I didn't really take it seriously until my focus and my goal changed. And I have talked to you guys about my goal in the past. And some of you guys I've talked to, like literally on discovery calls and VIPs as clients, and even in your online course and in CP Nation when you become, a customer and client. And I've talked to you guys about my dream of, really being able to run my business, work a 4-hour work week. As my son gets closer, my youngest son gets closer to graduation, being able to travel and get back into what brings me life and joy. And I was a huge traveler before I started my family. I've traveled all over the world. I lived overseas for some time and came back home. I've really still continued to travel as much as possible, but not in the way that I used to, because I'm a mom and I've got a family and want to be able to do that. And I know that in order to be able to have that business 4 years from now, which is kind of my deadline, automation has got to be key. And that's when I began embracing automation. And I found that there are really 3 things if you want to automate your business and you want to take advantage of this particular secret that you have to do. All right, here they are. The first thing is you have to prioritize it. You have to prioritize automating as much as possible. Identify your tasks that are very time consuming, but they're repetitive. Create a list of them and then prioritize them to be automated as much as possible. And that means creating your SOPs and your processes that I mentioned in secret number 2 around those. So you definitely have to prioritize them. Then you've got to explore which automation tools are going to be the best fit for you, what tools you can use in order to automate a lot of your processes. I actually did a video a few weeks ago on my 3 favorite sales tools that I use, and I'm going to go ahead and link to that video right now. It is my 3 sales tools that I love, and those 3 tools in my business pretty much automate all of the things that drive revenue and deliver service. And so that's where I would kind of focus your attention first when you get into automation. Those are the 3 tools. So make sure you check that out. And then I would also say once you've explored those tools, you've put them in place, you've begun to automate different things, you got to test it, you got to continue to refine it, you got to continue to tweak it, and you got to continue to make it as efficient as possible. And that's kind of the process for automation. I've been implementing little tidbits of automation throughout my business for, I would say, the last 5-6 years, completely automating so many things. And I have so many things that are automated in my business. It really does free up my time. And I get the question a lot from you guys, CP, how are you able to create your YouTube videos consistently? You have literally put out a YouTube video every single week since you started in 2019, with the exception of the time that, my dad passed away and I was just out of my mind, y'all, and done. But I pretty much do a video every single week, and I'm able to create that content and carve that into my life because I have so much of my business automated. And again, these are things that I work on with my coachees and with my clients together in our VIP days. And in my consulting contracts, I work on creating as much automation in your business and in your life as possible. And it is absolutely, I would say, probably it shouldn't be as number 3 secret. It should be the number 1 secret. But I felt like you got to kind of do the other 2 before you can even get to this point, like mapping out your SOPs. Automate, my love. It's going to change your life. It's going to change the game. It's going to alleviate that stress. It's going to let you focus on what your genius zone is. And it's going to change the game, bring in more money. I mean, it's just all good once you finally get the automation down. And the 4th secret that I would say focus on is scaling wisely. Yes, scaling wisely. If you're ready to scale your business without breaking a sweat, the key is expanding while keeping things manageable. And that means kind of expanding your team. So creating those scalable systems, those SOPs, those processes that you can then begin to identify which team members you need so that you can hire them. Bring them on board, hire your team, grow your team and expand it, then build that team. So continue to find different holes in your organizational structure that you need to fill in with somebody else so that you have more time and that you are surrounded by experts and you don't have to do everything and you can begin to kind of learn how to delegate better. And then you got to monitor that and you have to adjust. So scaling wisely is kind of a progress. It's not a straight line up. It doesn't go like this, right? It kind of goes like this, right? You flatten out and then you go up and then you flatten out and then you go up. And every time you flatten out, it gives you an opportunity. You like that? It's like kind of like a 90s dance, y'all. I get myself out of it. Anyway, focus, CP. Whew. Kicking in, that entrepreneurial ADHD kicking in. Anyway, it goes like this, and every time it flattens out, that's the time that you're kind of monitoring it and tweaking it. And that's what you really have to do in order to scale wisely. But once you focus on scaling wisely, creating your growth plan strategy, I can help you with that as well, so let me know if that's what you need. Creating that growth plan strategy and beginning to create that scalable plan is going to change the game for you and actually eliminate a whole lot of burnout as you build this thing, all right? Because you gotta build it, you wanna build it, you need to build it. You have to build it. It is your dream. It is your destiny. It is your legacy to build it. But if you don't build it without burnout, you will burn out and you'll stop. So continuing to incorporate these secrets into everything is going to be key, and doing it wisely is really the only way that you can. You know what I'm saying? Plan it out, focus on what you got to do, and do it. All right, boo? You got this. So there you have it, the secret to building a business that you love without burning out. Those are the 4 secrets that I have discovered as I've continued to build and as I've eliminated a lot of burnout that I used to feel in previous situations. So if you got content value out of this, if you loved what you heard, make sure you give me a like before you leave, share this video, subscribe, and until next time, my loves, I'll see you soon. Stay safe. Bye-bye. Mwah!